There is something strange about the human shoulder. It is one of the most mobile joints ever created. It allows us to throw, lift, push, pull, climb, and perform movements that no machine could easily replicate. But that incredible freedom comes with a price. The shoulder is also one of the most vulnerable joints in the entire body. Every year, millions of people experience shoulder pain, injuries, and limited mobility. Yet despite this, countless people walk into gyms every day and unknowingly perform exercises that may be slowing their progressor, even damaging their shoulders. And the biggest irony, many of the most popular shoulder exercises are not necessarily the best ones. Today, we are ranking shoulder exercises from the worst to the absolute best, using science, biomechanics, and real-world results. Because when it comes to building impressive shoulders, effort alone is not enough. Exercise selection changes everything. But before we begin, we need to understand something important. The shoulders you admire on athletes, bodybuilders, and fitness models are not built by accident. They are built by understanding anatomy. The shoulder is made up of three main heads of the deltoid muscle. The front delts, which help you press and lift. The side delts, responsible for shoulder width. And the rear delts, often forgotten, yet essential for posture and overall shoulder health. The problem is that modern life already overworks certain parts of the shoulder. Hours spent sitting, looking down at phones, barking on computers, driving all of these activities slowly pull the body forward. Over time, posture changes. Muscles become imbalanced. Pain begins to appear. And this is where exercise selection becomes more important than ever. Because not all shoulder exercises are created equal. Some build strength, some build aesthetics, and some simply create unnecessary risk. Let's begin. F-tier behind the neck press for decades. This exercise was considered a badge of toughness. Old school lifters performed it. Bodybuilders used it. Many people still believe it is one of the ultimate shoulder exercises. But modern biomechanics tells a different story. To perform the behind the neck press, the shoulder must move into an extreme position of external rotation while under heavy load. For a small percentage of people with exceptional mobility, this may not be a problem, but for most individuals, it creates unnecessary stress. Imagine forcing a door hinge beyond its natural range. Eventually, something begins to wear down. The same principle applies to the shoulder. Studies have shown that positions involving extreme shoulder rotation may increase the likelihood of impingement and discomfort in susceptible individuals. And here's the surprising part. Most people gain no additional muscle building benefits compared to safer pressing variations. More risk, similar rewards. That is why this exercise falls near the bottom. D-tier front raises. This exercise looks simple. Pick up a weight, raise it in front of you, repeat easy, but appearances can be deceiving. Most people don't realize that the front delts are already heavily involved in nearly every pressing movement. Bench presses, push-ups, incline presses, overhead presses. The front delts are constantly working. Adding endless front raises often becomes unnecessary. In fact, many trainees end up with overdeveloped front shoulders and underdeveloped side and rear delts. This creates imbalance, and imbalance affects not only appearance, but posture as well. A person may train hard for years and still wonder why their shoulders don't look wide. The answer is simple. They are training the wrong areas. C-tier upright rows. This exercise has divided the fitness world for decades. Some people swear by it. Others avoid it entirely. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Upright rows can effectively stimulate the shoulders and upper traps. However, the movement places the shoulder in internal rotation while elevating the arms. For certain individuals, this position can feel uncomfortable. For others, it causes no issues at all. This teaches us an important lesson. Fitness is highly individual. An exercise that works perfectly for one person may not work for another. If upright rows feel good and remain pain-free, they can still have a place in training. But because of their potential risks, they do not rank among the elite exercises. But that's not the most surprising part. The exercises that truly transform shoulders are often the simplest ones. B-tier dumbbell shoulder press. Few movements are as iconic as pressing heavy weights overhead. The dumbbell shoulder press has stood the test of time, and for good reason. It develops strength, builds muscle, improves coordination, and trains multiple muscles simultaneously. Unlike machines, dumbbells force each side of the body to work independently. This can help reduce muscular imbalances and improve stability. However, there is one limitation. Pressing movements primarily target the front delts, and while strong front delts are important, they are not what create the illusion of broad, capped shoulders. That responsibility belongs elsewhere. B-plus tier machines shoulder press for years. Machines were unfairly criticized. Many people believed that only free weights could build impressive physiques. But modern research is changing that perception. Machines provide stability. They reduce unnecessary balancing demands, and they allow lifters to focus entirely on creating muscular tension. And muscular tension is one of the most important drivers of muscle growth. Sometimes, removing complexity actually improves results. The goal is not to impress people in the gym. The goal is to stimulate the muscle. And machines can do that exceptionally well. A tier rear delt flies. This is where things begin to change, because most people completely ignore their rear delts. And this mistake silently ruins countless physiques. Take a look around. Many individuals have shoulders that appear rounded forward. Their posture looks collapsed. Their upper backs appear weak. One major reason is underdeveloped rear delts. These muscles pull the shoulders backward and contribute significantly to balance and stability. Training them not only improves appearance, but may also support healthier movement patterns. It is often the missing piece, the muscle group that transforms how the entire upper body looks. And yet, it remains one of the most neglected. A-plus tier face pulser is a reason why so many physical therapists, coaches, and elite athletes love this exercise. Face pulls do something unique. They train the rear delts, strengthen the upper back, and challenge the small, stabilizing muscles of the shoulder. Think of a skyscraper. No matter how beautiful it appears from the outside, without a strong internal structure, it becomes vulnerable. Face pulls build that internal structure. They help maintain balance between pushing and pulling muscles. They support better posture, and they may help reduce the risk of certain shoulder issues over time. They are not flashy. They are not glamorous, but they are incredibly valuable. And sometimes, the most important exercises are the ones people ignore. Which brings us to the king. S-tier lateral raises. If there is one exercise capable of dramatically changing how your physique looks, this may be it. Lateral raises directly target the side delts, the muscles responsible for creating shoulder width. And shoulder width changes everything. A wider upper body creates the visual illusion of a smaller waist. It makes the physique appear more athletic, more powerful, more balanced. This is why bodybuilders, athletes, and fitness models almost universally include some form of lateral raise. But here is where many people make a critical mistake. They go too heavy. Weights begin swinging. Momentum takes over. The shoulders stop doing the work. The exercise becomes something entirely different. Ironically, lighter weights often produce better results. Controlled repetitions, proper technique, continuous tension. These are the true secrets. And what happens next may surprise you. Many people notice more visible shoulder changes from improving their lateral raises than from dramatically increasing their pressing strength. Because aesthetics are not only about strength, they are about targeting the right muscles. And for shoulder width, nothing consistently competes with lateral raises. Final thoughts. The perfect shoulders are not built through random exercises. They are built through intelligent choices. The strongest shoulder routine is usually simple. A pressing movement for strength, lateral raises for width, rear delt work for balance, face pulls for long-term health. Together, these exercises create shoulders that are not only impressive, but functional. Because true fitness is not just about looking strong. It is about moving well, feeling healthy, and building a body that serves you for decades. Remember this: your shoulders carry the weight of nearly every upper body movement you perform. Take care of them, train them wisely, and over time, they will reward you. Because the difference between average shoulders and extraordinary shoulders is rarely genetics alone. More often than not, it is knowledge. If you enjoyed this documentary, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants bigger and healthier shoulders. And let us know in the comments which shoulder exercise has given you the best results. Until next time, train smart, stay healthy, and never stop improving.